So it's all settled then?
Yes, mate. I just got to pick up the keys and you'll be looking at one happy homeowner.
Where's your mum move in?
Oh, God knows. Tried calling her last night. No answer.
Try it again today?
Yeah, probably don't want to get back to the office. You got things on your mind?
Not really.
You sure?
Oh, a bit bothered, you know. Just got a ton of paperwork to sort out.
You'll be right.
Money's out of control.
You'll be right, Ben. Mount Thomas 508 to VKC, confirming a plane crash and a large fire on Diggers Reef Road. We need ambos and fireys. We're going code 5.
Just keep an eye on it for a while.
All right, everybody. It's an accident site, so can you just stay back, please? The whole area could be unsafe. Just need to keep you back, please. Hey, did you hear what I said?
Ben, it's front page news.
Hey, you don't get back now. You could be making your own.
Hey, back.
Will you know where this plane came from?
No, not as yet.
What about the owners of the house?
Ben said there was some mail on the letterbox addressed to Fielding.
Donna! Donna!
Madam, I'm sorry. Just stay back, please.
Where's Edward?
Sorry, just...
Jesse!
Madam, please, just calm down.
She's my sister.
It's a young couple, had a small child. Moved in about a year ago.
Were they home?
There was a station wagon parked out the back and given the time of morning. Store over there, transport.
They'll be here within the hour.
It's okay, listen. This has only just happened. We don't know the full story yet. Okay, your sister, she might be all right. Okay? Just take care of her. Take it easy. And what's your name?
Fiona.
Fiona.
Fiona Radcliffe.
Okay, just stay calm. Come on, excuse me.
Excuse me, Tony
Tony,
Timmerson,
what the hell do you
Thomas
think you're
Gazette.
doing?
Do you know someone
Tony,
in this house?
get
Are
out
you a
of here,
relation
mate.
of someone?
Get out of here.
Back off.
Rack off! Get back there!
They're dead, aren't they?
We don't know for sure.
No. They would have been home, all of them.
Not necessarily.
It's Edwin's last day today. He's due back at work tomorrow.
Where does he work?
One of the oil rigs out in Bass Strait. He's gone for weeks at a time, though. Doesn't get home much.
It's a long way to go to work.
Yeah, I know. But they always wanted to live in the country. It's been their dream forever. He's so devoted to her. She's so lucky. Beautiful house. Beautiful little boy. That was taken at Jessie's christening.
Seem like you're very close with your sister.
Yeah. We spoke on the phone last night and we ended up having an argument. That's why I came up to see her. I didn't want anything coming between us.
Well, she's not going anywhere, not until she knows more about what's going on.
Do you want me to call Chris, get her a room at the pub?
Yeah, that'd be great, thanks. I just can't believe it. There's a whole family gone, Tom. It's just terrible.
Do we need to contact any other relatives?
No, she wanted to take care of that herself. Yes, sir, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to speak with Senior Sergeant Croydon.
Oh, well, that'd be me.
Michael King, Air Transport Safety Bureau. We spoke on the phone.
Pleased to meet you. This is Senior Constable Stewart. He was one of the first on the scene.
Direct hit, I believe.
Yes, it's a tragic situation.
Well, no point wasting time. Perhaps you could direct me to the scene.
Yeah, I'll take you there myself.
So, you've been doing this type of work for long?
Long enough.
You must like it then.
I think it'd still be a challenge. But there's really only one cause of any aircraft crash, and that's lack of altitude.
Mr. King,
That's right.
I'm Sergeant Gallagher and this is Detective Passion.
How do you do?
Look, I think you'll find the scene secure. The fire is just making sure the area is safe and then the coroner's assistants can move in.
Have we found the victims yet?
We don't know there are any.
We haven't located any so far.
I see. Do we know who owns the aircraft?
Yes, it's registered to a local company, Flying Hire Charters.
Have you been in touch?
Well, there's no reply, but I was thinking of sending a member around, find out who the pilot was and if there are any passengers.
That's a good idea.
Ben,
I'll
can you
come
check
with
it
you,
out?
Benny.
No worries.
Is there anything else we can do for you, Mr. King?
Oh, please, call me Michael. And, no, you've done more than enough.
The Sarge seems to like howdy doody. She would.
Yeah, Monty Edwards, flight maintenance. I'd shake you bloke's hand, but it's okay.
Just wondering if you know of a plane, VH Tango Charlie Victor.
Yeah, it's a Cessna 182. Why?
We just crashed into a farmhouse at Diggers Reef Road.
The bloody little idiot.
Who's that?
Young Brett Dwyer.
He was the pilot?
Yeah, I mean, he'd come in early this morning to help me prep the plane for a couple of skydivers, but he wasn't supposed to fly the bloody thing.
Why not?
Well, he's only allowed to fly trainers at the moment. He's still trying to get his hours up.
Has he ever flown this particular plane before?
Yeah, but I mean, we had just taken the door off for the skydivers. It creates a drag on the starboard side. You know, it could be quite hard to handle.
And he didn't tell you that he was taking it?
No. I was working in here on the engine, and the next thing I know, I wander outside, and he's already taken off in the Cessna.
Must have had to lodge a flight plan or something.
No, you don't need to if you're just going up for a local flight.
Surely you wouldn't just take a plane without telling anyone.
Well, I don't know, mate. You'll have to check with Hayden. I mean, he's the boss around here.
Hayden. Is that his surname, or...?
No, Clark, Hayden Clark. But I mean, don't even bother trying to find him here yet. He doesn't even turn up before 10.
Did Brett have any family?
Yeah. He lives with his dad.
Mr. John Dwyer?
Yeah.
I'm Senior Detective Hash.
Senior Constable Ben Stewart from Mount Thomas Police.
May we come in, please?
Oh, yeah, come in, yeah.
You may be aware that there was an accident this morning where a light aircraft crashed into a farmhouse on Diggers Reef Road.
Oh, no.
And we believe that your son, Brett Dwyer, may have been a pilot at the time.
Brett. Oh, no, it can't have been Brett. He's a very good pilot. All his instructors say he's a natural.
Well, it's still unconfirmed at the moment, sir, but we do believe Brett was flying the plane.
And even if it did crash, I mean, he could still be alive. There's lots of people have walked away from some horrible crashes. That racing car driver?
Maybe so, but his chances of survival will be pretty slim.
It's all he's ever wanted to do is fly. And he's worked hard, doing gardening, doing odd jobs. He still does. He could never save enough for the lessons. Then my wife got sick, and when she found she wouldn't pull through, she said we should use her life insurance to pay for him. Do you know what caused it?
Well, we think there was some sort of a mix-up with the planes.
Well, what kind of mix-up?
We think Brett might have taken the wrong aircraft.
Oh, no, that's wrong. Brett would have made sure everything was done by the book. He's always very careful.
We understand that Brett had just got his licence.
Well, so what? He's not going to take risks. It meant too much to him.
Yeah, nevertheless, it does appear that inexperience may have been a factor.
He was not responsible for that crash. Something must have gone wrong with the plane.
I'm sure he did everything he could, Mr. Dwyer.
Well, if Brett was as good a pilot as he says, maybe there was something wrong with the plane.
There's a possibility.
You know, I wouldn't mind having a chat to the bloke who runs that air charter company. Maybe he's dodgy.
Benny, this is not our investigation.
There's a whole family who's been wiped out just like that.
And that's why they brought in Michael King to carry out the investigation.
Michael King, he couldn't give a toss.
I don't think the bloke is completely heartless.
You haven't heard his jokes.
We all have ways of dealing with things, Ben.
The fireys have found some crispy critters. The pilot, a small child, and the other one looks like a woman. We'll need their dental records to confirm IDs.
Are you sure there's only 3 bodies?
Should there be more?
Well, we thought there was a man at home, a woman's husband.
Well, it's possible there could be some remains in the back section, but the fire guys have done a good sweep of the place.
So if he wasn't at home, where was he?
Good question.
Last day of his holidays, you'd think he'd be at home. Well, if he went down the street, you'd think he'd be back by now.
Just not might go chat to Fiona Radcliffe's here and find out who his mates are.
No.
He didn't have any, as far as I know. Not in Mount Thomas, anyway.
What about relatives?
All in Queensland.
What about his workplace? Could they have called him back early?
Well, they must have. I mean, Edwin's not the type to just disappear, not without good reason.
Do you know the name of the company that he worked for?
Bass Oil Rigs, or something like that, anyway.
Did he drive to work?
No. They had one car and it was Donna's. I think he used to take the bus to Warrnambool and fly out from there, but I'm not sure.
That's okay. We'll track him down.
Just don't know, how he's going to survive, you know? Donna and Jess meant everything to him. They were...
Excuse me, Miss Radcliffe, Tony Timmins, Mount Thomas Gazette. Look, I'm really sorry about your loss. We didn't get a chance to talk properly.
Go away, Tony. You're interrupting a police investigation.
Oh, at the pub? Geez, you coppers can't get enough of this place.
Take it off, Tony. She doesn't
Hey, Ben. Senior Constable Stewart, maybe we should let Miss Radcliffe decide whether she wants to talk to me. Would you like to talk to me?
No, I'm sorry, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah, what, you have no reaction to the rumour about the shoddy maintenance work on the aircraft, for example?
What rumour?
Come on, let's get
The plane that caused the crash, right? It was a total rust bucket, right?
How do you know that?
Hayden Clark cuts corners wherever he can. He's well known for it, right?
Tony, you can't say that without proof.
Oh, what, you want proof? Have you ever flown in one of his planes? I have, mate. I think we're shuddering so much.
Go.
It's going to fall apart. I'm telling you.
That's what killed my sister. Is that what you're telling me?
Rumours are...
Is that what you're
What is going on here?
Nothing. I just get one comment, please.
No, Tony, you can't. It's time
Can
for
I
you to
just
leave.
get one comment?
Come on, Tony. On your bike. Off you go.
Sorry.
What he said, is that true?
Tony loves a good beat-up.
But if there are rumours going around, there must be some truth to it. Can't you investigate?
I'm afraid it's not my job.
Then whose job is it?
Michael King. He works for the Air Transport Safety Bureau.
And he'll get to the bottom of this?
You can just take a seat. I'll be with you in a minute. Joe, it's Ben.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
what's up?
I've just found out why my mum hasn't been returning my calls.
She all right?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. She's been away having a dirty weekend with some guy who lives down the road.
Yeah? Good on her.
Tess, this is my mother we're talking about.
So?
So, mothers aren't supposed to do stuff like this. I mean, how would you feel if it was your mum?
You'll cope. PJ?
Yeah.
I've just had Ben on the phone. He said he can't get back to the office for at least an hour. Asked me to cover for him.
What's up?
Well, I don't know, but he's at the pub.
It's not my bloody job to keep tabs on people.
Well, you could have had a look.
Oh, well, maybe if you actually came in and did a full day's work, every now and again
Don't
it
tell
might
me
not
what
have
to do,
happened.
pal. It's my bloody business.
Oh, right. So that means that you can just come in here and stuff it up whichever way you like. Is that it?
Problems?
Sorry?
Sounded like a blue.
No, mate. Just a slight difference of opinion. Nothing major.
Take it that's Hayden Clark.
Yeah.
So what was the argument about?
Just work stuff, mate.
Keep hearing rumours that he's a bit of a cowboy.
Oh, yeah?
Is he?
Have you ever got anything nice to say about your boss?
Clark?
What?
Senior Constable Ben Stewart from Mount Thomas Police. Just making some inquiries about the accident this morning.
Look, I can't tell you anything. I wasn't even here.
I understand that Brett Dwyer wasn't supposed to be either. Can you tell me why he would have taken the wrong aircraft?
Who knows? Kid was pretty cocky. Probably took the Cessna because he liked it better.
Even though he was booked to fly your trainer?
Yeah. He took advantage when he knew I'd be late. I reckon he figured he could take the Cessna out for a spin and have it back before the skydivers arrived.
Would you say that he was a good pilot?
Would have, before today.
But even an experienced pilot could have trouble if the plane wasn't in the best condition.
There's nothing wrong with that plane.
Oh, the word is there's been some corner cutting on maintenance.
What's Monty Edwards been saying?
Here you go. You've been drinking.
So, I like a slug of whiskey in my coffee. So what?
Doesn't make me an alcoholic, does it? Look, I'm not having the best of days, Constable. My whole business could go down the gurgler because of some stupid kid.
Perhaps you gave that stupid kid permission to fly the aircraft and you don't even remember.
Just because I like a drink doesn't mean I don't run my business properly.
Mr. Clark, you have a responsible position here and you've got a drinking problem. That's not a good combination.
Well, believe it or not, Senior Constable, we will be looking into all aspects of the case.
I'd do it sooner rather than later. Wouldn't put it past Hayden Clark to destroy evidence.
If he is running a shonky operation, he probably already has.
If he's not shonky, he's definitely negligent.
And what proof have you got?
Oh, I just got to look at the place. It's a bloody mess.
Oh, you'll have to do better than that.
The guy's an alcoholic.
Is that the village gossip, or do you know that for sure?
He spilled his coffee this morning. It was laced with scotch.
What were you doing in his office?
I was just investigating a rumour. Anyway, when I arrived, Clark was in the middle of a blazing row with Monty Edwards. Now, he's the bloke who's in charge of flight
Did
maintenance.
Sergeant Gallagher send you?
No, I was just following up a lead.
You might think you're trying to help, Senior Constable, but this is my investigation. Now, if and when I need your help, I'll ask you for it.
Yes, Mr. King. I'm really sorry. What a wanker.
Boo? How long's he sticking around for?
Too bloody long if you ask me. Oi. Anyone miss me?
Sarge was asking after you. I told her you had to pay some bills.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, how'd you go through oil rig?
Yeah, I got onto them. They're not expecting Edwin Fielding till tomorrow afternoon.
All right. What about the bus company? Any joy?
No, I checked all the trips to Warrnambool. No one's seen him.
All right, thanks for that. Hey, PJ, can I have a word, mate?
How can I help you,
Just
my friend?
your office now. That's okay.
Take you a while to pay those bills.
Yeah, Sarge, there was a bit of a line-up down at the post office.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets like that. Took me ages just buying a stamp the other day.
So where have you really been?
Talking to Hayden Clark down at the aerodrome.
Oh, Benny, what'd you do that for?
Look, the guy is definitely hiding something. I questioned him about his business practices, and then he instantly thought Monty Edwards, his flight mechanic, had been shooting his mouth off. So there must be something that he doesn't want getting out.
What, did you speak to Edwards?
Yep, he clammed up. So he knows whatever it is, but I reckon he just wants to hang on to his job.
Benny.
What I need to do is find some way of getting the dirt on Hayden Clark.
It's not our investigation, all right? Leave it to King.
The bloke's on an ego trip.
Doesn't matter. That's what he gets paid for.
He is not the one who's dealing with grieving relatives. He doesn't even know who the hell they are.
What are you trying to prove here?
I'm not trying to prove anything.
Then leave it.
Sorry to interrupt. There's a Monty Edwards here. Says it's really important.
Thanks, Joe. So why the change of heart, Mr. Edwards?
Look, I'm not taking the fall for that piss pot. He's blaming me for Brett taking that aircraft out. I'm sorry, that's not my responsibility.
You just keep the planes flying.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not having people point the finger at me saying that my work is shoddy. Look, the business is going downhill. Hayden's hardly ever there. He misses calls. He doesn't ring customers back. There's a huge cash flow problem.
So does he cut corners?
Well, look, the regulations are really strict, right? You have to replace a part just because it's done a certain number of hours in the air, but 9 times out of 10, there's nothing wrong with the part itself. I do a thorough check, I give Hayden a full report, but it's up to him to order what work is to be done.
And he doesn't always do it.
No. No, he doesn't.
Have you got any proof of this?
See what I mean? Not only does he go out for a 3-hour lunch, but he can't even remember to put on the answering machine. No wonder he's going broke. Right, these are the reports on the Cessna.
Great. Looks like the last one was done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the last time it was used. I did the daily on that this morning. And these are the purchase orders for the suppliers.
What's this number here?
That's the flying hours she's clocked up. And these are a list of recommendations.
What the hell are you doing here?
We're just checking on certain allegations.
Not you! I'm talking to him! I thought I told you to clear out of here. You've been sacked. This is trespass.
You're very lucky Hayden Clark's not laying a complaint. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Take a seat. Would you mind telling me what this is all about?
An innocent woman and her child have been killed. I thought we'd be working together to find out why.
That doesn't explain why you're running your own race.
I just want to find out the answers.
As do we all.
Look, boss, I know that I lost it back there for a while, but that's over. I promise you.
What about the drinking?
It's under control. Everything is under control.
Well, let's try and keep it that way, eh?
I'll see you tomorrow.
How'd that go?
Good. On the surface.
He worries me.
He'll be all right. He just needs us to be patient till he sorts himself out.
Well, I think I might be able to smooth things over with Mr. King.
You don't say?
He invited me out to dinner tonight.
Really?
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Oh, hi. Your usual table's taken up tonight. Update in progress.
Go, Sarge! About time she let her head out. Maybe we should go and join them, Krampus style, a bit. Yeah.
No, I reckon we should leave them to it.
Oh, well, at least you'll be in a good mood tomorrow.
Why?
Come on, isn't that what all you blokes reckon she needs? I mean, he's not exactly my type, but I guess he'd be hers. So neat and organised. Don't you reckon?
I reckon I'll have the lamb.
I can't help feeling responsible for what's happened. I should keep more of an eye on my members.
It's not your fault. You can't keep an eye on everyone. Though I'm sure you try.
Well, Ben's just had a few personal problems recently.
He should learn to separate that from his work.
Well, he's been spoken to. I'm sure it won't happen again.
With you in charge, I'm prepared to believe it.
Hi.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Come here.
I was wondering if there's any news on Edwin.
Not that I've heard.
It's been really hard, you know. Phoning around, telling everyone about Donna and Jess, trying to explain that Ed's gone missing. Just...
It's a tough job.
Yeah. No, thanks. Just want you to know the rest of the family are out looking for him.
I'm sure he's going to turn up.
I just don't understand where he could be. I'm really worried about him.
There's no chance that he could have walked out on her?
No. No way. He loved Donna too much. Even if there were problems, he would never leave her.
Well, he might just turn up at work tomorrow. That's what we're hoping for anyway.
Did you speak to that guy? The one who runs the company?
Yes.
And what did he say?
I can't really comment.
He is being investigated, though.
Yes.
Is he shonky?
Possibly.
And there's evidence against him?
Look, Fiona, it's very early in this investigation, and it really is not up to me.
Yeah, I know. But it feels like you're the only one who cares. I guess I should go.
You going to be okay by yourself?
Yeah, I always am.
Morning, guys. Is something wrong?
The sergeant wants to see you.
Yeah, what about?
Senior Constable Stewart, in here, please.
Hey. What's the John Dory?
You haven't seen the morning paper, have you?
Special report. Exclusive story by our friend Tony Timms. He claims that there is evidence that the charter company is responsible for the crash. Naturally, he's refusing to name his sources.
Perhaps you could tell us, Senior Constable.
Me? How should I know? If you think that I spoke to Tony Timms, you couldn't be more wrong. I can't stand the bloke.
But you do seem to have a burning desire to push this investigation along. This sort of publicity might help.
I wouldn't do something like that. If anything, you should be talking to the mechanic. Find out why he was so keen to dob on his boss after he'd been sacked.
We've already spoken to him. He's on his way in.
Well, whatever you do, sort the matter out. I won't stand for any more interference in my inquiry.
Don't worry, Mr. King. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Everything all right now?
Oh, I wouldn't say that, no. I've been accused of leaking stories to Tony Timms.
Calm down, Ben. No one's accused you of anything.
No, it's what everyone thinks.
We're looking into the matter. You heard what the boss said.
You!
I want a word.
What can we do for you, Mr. Clark?
Oh, you've already done it. He has anyway.
I've got nothing to do with that story, buddy.
No, but you started it.
It's crap.
What do you reckon this has done to my business?
Well, you should have thought of that before you started cutting corners.
There's nothing wrong with my aircraft. This is all down to you.
I'm not the one putting whiskey into a morning coffee.
And I'm not the one seen pissing on at nightclubs till all hours of the morning. Oh, what? You reckon people don't talk?
That'll do, Mr. Clark. You can go.
Yeah, well, you're the drunk buddy.
Monty Edwards, you people asked me to come in.
That's right.
Is this about what happened yesterday?
Not exactly. It's about the article in this morning's paper.
What article? I've never seen this before.
You haven't been chatting to Tony Timms, by any chance?
No, I've never even met the bloke.
Did you tell anyone about this investigation?
Of course not. I'm not stupid. If Hayden gets the blame for this, then some of the mud's bound to stick to me too.
Excuse me, Sergeant. Some kind of disturbance out in the aerodrome.
Well, I'm glad I was here, otherwise you'd be blaming me for that too, wouldn't you?
You want me to take care of that?
No, I'll go. You've got enough to do here.
Come out of there, you bloody mongrel! Come on! Come on, be a man!
All right, sir, just step back from the door, OK?
He killed my son, you saw the papers. His planes are unsafe, he doesn't do anything. Maintenance!
Oh, just calm down, mate. Step back from the door, OK?
He killed Brett! He killed Brett!
I understand you're upset. Just settle down.
Calm down here, we can talk about this.
Mr. Clark, open up the door, please.
He tried to kill me.
Okay.
I had to lock myself in. Bloke's a bloody killer.
You're the killer, you and your pot planes!
There's nothing wrong with my planes. Your stupid kid killed himself.
Okay.
Get him, you young maggot! Brett's a good pilot.
Yes, I'm sure he was.
Hey, didn't I tell you that? Didn't I say my son was a good pilot?
Yeah, I remember, Mr. Dwyer.
You don't believe me? Here, look at this. That's his logbook. The air safety man said it was perfect.
No, I remember you telling me that.
Well, take a look. Look. All those trips he made in the plane, and he never had any trouble.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right, sir.
They ought to shut him down. He's a shot.
That's crap.
The papers said.
The papers lie.
All right, Constable Lords, can you please take Mr. Dwyer through to the interview room?
Sergeant, through here, please, sir.
Mr. Clark, you might like to sit quietly for a while before we take your statement.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
quiet.
just sit down, mate. Come on.
Just do as the sergeant says, Mr. Clark.
You bastard!
Assault, Mr. Clark!
You ruined me, you know that?
Take him through the cells, let him dry out for a while.
Copy?
Ah, no, fine, he's all right.
Kill Tony Timms. That article has caused nothing but trouble.
So, any idea where this leak come from?
Well, apart from Monty Edwards, I can't think of anyone with a good enough reason.
Yeah, the reporter that came up to us the other day, I can't remember his name.
Tony Timms.
Yeah, that's him. He was back at the pub when I got home last night, and he started talking to me.
And you told him there was some evidence against the charter company.
Well, you said there was. Is that a problem?
Oh, Tony isn't the best person to talk to.
Oh, sorry. I guess I was still upset and it just came out. Are you in trouble now because of me?
Oh, it's all right.
Do you want me to write a statement or something?
No, I'll just take care of it. She was really upset about her sister's death, and I just wanted to let her know that something was being done.
I see.
You shouldn't have said anything.
But as things stand, Hayden Clark does look culpable.
That's no excuse, Ben. You overstepped the line. Yes?
Sorry to barge in. I've got Brett Dwyer's logbook here. It lists all the flights he made, including the names of the passengers that went up with him.
Is he looking for something in particular?
Have a look at last Wednesday.
He took up Donna Fielding.
They knew each other.
Looks like it. So maybe the plane crash wasn't an accident.
How much longer am I going to be kept here?
Until we decide whether assault charges are going to be laid, Mr. Dwyer.
Meantime, we'd like to talk to you about your son.
What about him?
So, did he ever mention a Donna Fielding?
The woman who was killed?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Why?
We see, according to his logbook, he took her for a joy flight last week. We think there might be some connection.
No, never mentioned it.
Well, is it possible they were seeing each other secretly?
Not a chance. Brett never had time for girls. Cost too much, you reckon? He spent every spare dollar he had on his flying.
He worked as a gardener, though, didn't he?
That's right.
Well, is it possible that he worked for her?
Well, you'd have to check his work diary, wouldn't you? But I think you'd be wasting your time. Brett wouldn't have bothered with a married woman.
We'd like to do that if we may.
Well, according to this, he started working with Donna Fielding a couple of months ago, made regular visits once a week.
You think they started having an affair?
Well, her husband was away for long periods of time. She was all alone on that property with one small kid.
It's all just speculation, though, isn't it?
Still like to have a chat to the sister, though.
Yes, all right. Be nice to find out something factual.
What are you asking me that for?
I know it's a delicate question, but it could be important.
Yeah, she was seeing someone. It was such a mess. I told her to break it off. I told her to think of Edwin, think of Jessie. And she said she would. And then the night before the accident, I called her. She said she broke it off but was having second thoughts. We argued about it a lot. And I told her she was stupid. And I told her she was selfish. They were the last things I ever said to her.
This other man, do you know who he was?
No, I don't know. I don't want to know. She was an idiot to risk what she had with Edwin. But there's this. Constable Stewart found it in Donna's mailbox and gave it to me. It's a love letter from the guy she was seeing. But it's only signed with a B.
I know you said you didn't want to see me again, but I can't take that. We belong together. If you're not with me, I don't know what I'll do.
We've checked Brett's work diary, handwriting matches.
Murder-suicide.
It's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
Well, it does explain the direct hit on the house.
Well, Brett loved flying. He loved her. I mean, why not destroy everything?
Have you spoken to Homicide?
Yeah, they'll be here this evening. They've asked me to start preliminary inquiries.
Well, you'd better let Michael King know about this letter.
Okay.
I'll call him.
Any more news on Edwin Fielding, mate? Bass Riggs are going to give us a call if and when he arrives at work.
Maybe he found out about the affair.
Do you think he might have walked out on it?
That's possible.
Hang on, what's the latest?
That's looking more and more like Brett Dwyer was responsible.
I can't believe that.
Why would you? You've been going after the wrong bloke.
Hayden Clark is not a good operator.
That may be true, but it doesn't look like he's responsible for the accident.
What do you want?
Are you capable of giving a statement?
What about?
The incident at the aerodrome when you were assaulted by Mr. Dwyer.
What's the point? I'm tried and convicted anyway, thanks to the newspaper. Might as well close up shop now.
This investigation's got a long way to go yet.
Not as far as the public's concerned. I know you don't believe me, but there's nothing unsafe about my aircraft. I wouldn't let anyone go up there if there was any risk. I used to be a pilot myself.
What happened?
Started failing medicals. Forced me to stop. Had nothing else to do but run the business and watch others have all the fun. Kids like Brett. I used to be like him.
And he hasn't called
You
yet.
want him charged?
Do any of
He
his
just said he
workmates
doesn't want
know
Dwyer
about it?
charged, so I think it's only fair.
All right. Make sure he gets home safely, yeah?
Yeah.
Sarge, that was the oil company. Edwin Fielding hasn't turned up to work yet. They're going to speak to a few of his workmates, see if they know anything.
All right. Let us know, will you?
Yeah.
Can I help you? I'd like to see Sergeant Gallagher, please. Of course you would.
What can we do for you, Mr. King?
I've got some information in relation to your murder-suicide theory. Gun's been found. A .38 revolver. Your crime scene people are sending it to ballistics, but it looks as though one shot was fired. The others exploded in the fire.
Have you got a serial number?
We'd like you to chase it up for us, but odds are it belonged to the pilot.
Just hold for a sec, will you? What makes you say that?
It's jammed into a piece of the fuselage, which means it was inside the plane at the time of impact.
You believe Edwin Fielding's been murdered?
Well, he hasn't arrived at the oil rig.
And there was the gun found in the wreckage with one spent shell.
You got a record of the serial number?
No, none whatsoever, but Michael was adamant it was found with the pilot.
So if Fielding was murdered, where did it happen? Where's the body?
Well, out of the house?
Oh, well, they went through the place with a fine-tooth comb. If there was a body out there, they would have found it.
Or maybe it was moved.
It's possible.
All right, have another talk to John Dwyer. Find out if Brett owned a car and a gun.
What would he want a gun for?
Well, a gun was found in the wreckage.
Look, this is ridiculous. First you claim my son deliberately crashed that plane. Now you're trying to say he shot someone.
Edwin Fielding has gone missing, Mr.
Look,
Dwyer.
Brett wouldn't kill anyone. He's not a psycho.
Did he seem distressed at all when he went out to the airfield?
No. Just normal, same as always.
How did he get out there?
He's got a ute for his gardening equipment.
Right, and where's that now?
Well, I suppose it's still out there. I've never thought about bringing it back.
Have you got any spare keys?
Yes, I have, but you're not going anywhere near Brett's car, not without me.
All right, then, let's go.
I don't know what you expect to find. Brett's not to blame for any of this.
Sarge, do you mind if I go with PJ?
Why?
I just want to see this one through. Just do it properly.
Well, I don't understand. It should be here.
Or could he have parked it somewhere else?
Well, I reckon somebody stole it.
Hey, PJ, have a look at this. Staff parking permit for Bass Oil Rigs. It's unlocked, too. Here we go. $38.
That'd be worth a rego check, don't you reckon?
The car was registered to Robert Jackman, one of Edwin's workmates out of the rig.
So how come Edwin was driving it?
Well, they had a deal. If Robert was working when Edwin had leave, Edwin could borrow his car, save him from taking the bus.
So that means Edwin was looking for Brett rather than the other way around.
Received that.
What's happening?
Nothing that concerns you, Mr. Dwyer.
Well, if it's about my son, I reckon I've got a right to know.
We're doing the best we can, sir. If you just leave it to us. All right, so let's think about this, right? Edwin finds out his wife is having an affair. He packs a pistol and goes to talk to the man in question. Confronts Brett. They struggle. Brett gains control of the gun and shoots Edwin.
So if we take a look at where Brett was last working, there could be a body.
Let's talk to the man in charge.
I made a deal with him. If he'd work for nothing, I'd give him some free airtime. Couldn't get rid of him after that. You'd usually find him out here.
Is that Brett Dwyer's car?
Yeah.
That's not Ed Fielding.
That's Brett Dwyer.
No. Not my boy. Not my beautiful boy.
The person flying the plane wasn't who we thought it was.
So who was it?
It was your brother-in-law, Edwin Fielding.
You're wrong. Edwin couldn't fly a plane.
Well, he held a license 6 years ago. He just let it lapse.
No, there's some kind of mix-up.
Dental records will confirm the theory, but we're assuming he found out about your sister's affair, shot Brett Dwyer, then deliberately flew the plane into the house.
No, no, he wouldn't do that. He loved her with a passion. And Jessie, he wouldn't kill Jessie.
I mean, I can vaguely understand him killing his wife or himself. But what did the kid do? It's just crazy.
Probably thought he had nothing to live for.
He's a nutter. Oh, hey, Jacko, looks like it's on again, huh? Exchanging numbers, must be serious.
Well, it's probably just business, Joe.
Are you kidding? They both want it bad. Oh, bit of physical contact there. It's definitely on. Oh, what's she doing?
Looks like the big brush off.
Now we're never going to get to see her in a good mood.
Do you mind if I join you guys?
Yeah, sure. So what's the story?
What do you mean?
Well, you and Mr. King. Thought you two were hitting it off.
What gave you that impression?
Go on. Dinner last night. He was obviously keen.
Yeah, well, he's not my type, really, is he? He's too full of himself. Too neat, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Hey, you are home. Mate, you want to come down to the pub, have a feed with the others?
No, mate, I'm dining in tonight. I'd offer you some, but down to the last packet.
Just as well.
Want a drink?
No, I'm right. Looks like you got stuck into it already.
Went down the sink last night. Now it's just me and the noodles.
Leave you to it then, eh? Mate, I got to start packing. You wouldn't believe the amount of junk I've got.
Oh, well, you'll have plenty of space in your new joint, won't you?
Plenty of space now that my mum's not moving in.
She's not. How come?
She wants to shack up with Mr. Pavlovich instead.
Dirty weekend guy.
She says they're in love.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, it's fantastic, except she's left me this huge house. I'm all by myself. Anyway, hey. You don't want to move in, do you?
Hey, why would I?
Well, living here on the premises is like you never get away from work.
Oh, I'm right.
Change of scenery do you good.
I'm happy here.
Are you?
Yeah.
You let me know if you change your mind.
I will. So it's all settled then?
Yes, mate. I just got to pick up the keys and you'll be looking at one happy homeowner.
Where does your mum move in?
Oh, God knows. Tried calling her last night. No answer.
Try it again today?
Yeah, probably don't want to get back to the office. You got things on your mind?
Not really.
You sure?
Oh, a bit bothered, you know. Just got a ton of paperwork to sort out.
You'll be right.
Mine's out of control.
You'll be right, man. Mount Thomas 508 to VKC, confirming a plane crash and a large fire on Diggers Reef Road. We need ambos and fireys. We're going code 5.
Just keep an eye on it for a while.
All right, everybody. It's an accident site, so can you just stay back, please? The whole area could be unsafe. Just need to keep your back, please. Hey, did you hear what I said?
Ben, it's front page news.
Hey, you don't get back now. You could be making your own.
Hey, back.
Will you know where this plane came from?
No, not as yet.
What about the owners of the house?
Ben said there was some mail in the letterbox addressed to Fielding.
Donna! Donna!
Madam, I'm sorry. Just stay back, please.
Where's Edwin?
Sorry, just...
Jesse!
Madam, please, just calm down.
She's my sister.
It's a young couple, had a small child. Moved in about a year ago.
Were they home?
There was a station wagon parked out the back and given the time of morning. Store over there, transport.
They'll be here within the hour.
It's okay, listen. This has only just happened. We don't know the full story yet. Okay, your sister, she might be all right. Okay? Just take care of her. Take it easy. And what's your name?
Fiona. Fiona Radcliffe.
Okay, just stay calm. Come on, excuse me.
Excuse me, Tony
What
Thomas,
the hell do you think you're doing?
Do you know someone
Tony,
in this house? Are
get
you a
out.
relation of someone?
Get out of here. Back off. Rack off. Get back there.
They're dead, aren't they?
We don't know for sure.
No. They would have been home, all of them.
Not necessarily.
It's Edwin's last day today. He's due back at work tomorrow.
Where does he work?
One of the oil rigs out in Bass Strait. He's gone for weeks at a time, though. Doesn't get home much.
It's a long way to go to work.
Yeah, I know. But they always wanted to live in the country. It's been their dream forever. He's so devoted to her. She's so lucky. Beautiful house. Beautiful little boy. That was taken at Jessie's christening.
Seem like you're very close with your sister.
Yeah. We spoke on the phone last night and we ended up having an argument. That's why I came up to see her. I didn't want anything coming between us.
Well, she's not going anywhere, not until she knows more about what's going on.
Do you want me to call Chris, get her a room at the pub?
Yeah, that'd be great, thanks. I just can't believe it. There's a whole family gone, Tom. It's just terrible.
Do we need to contact any other relatives?
No, she wanted to take care of that herself. Yes, sir, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to speak with Senior Sergeant Croydon.
Oh, well, that'd be me.
Michael King, Air Transport Safety Bureau. We spoke on the phone.
Pleased to meet you. This is Senior Constable Stewart. He was one of the first on the scene.
Direct hit, I believe.
Yes, it's a tragic situation.
Well, no point wasting time. Perhaps you could direct me to the scene.
Yeah, I'll take you there myself.
So, you've been doing this type of work for long?